Hello children and welcome to another revision video on job application. Job application is an important writing skill and it will come in choice with letter to editor. Without further ado, let's take a look at the format. Sender's address in 3 to 4 lines, then you will leave a line. Wherever I have drawn this arrow, it indicates that I have left a line after this to give a more organized look to my answer. Sender's address, leave a line, date. Date again, remember in all formats of writing you have to write the date in expanded form. So for example, today is 23rd February or 22nd February. You will write 23rd February 2023. There is no comma, apostrophe anywhere in between. You will leave a line after this and write receiver's designation plus address. That means in this case, if you are applying to an organization or to an institution or to a certain say school, then what will you write and who will you address it to? You may address it to the manager or to the administrative officer or to the administration department or to the receptionist, whosoever's name is given in the advertisement. And if there is no name given in the advertisement, you can address it directly to the principal. So you may write the principal, then name of the school or name of the organization. And after this you're going to fabricate the details of the address followed by PIN code. So it should be for 3 to 4 lines, not more than that. After which again you're going to leave a line and write the subject. What will you write in the subject line now? You will say application for the post of. Application for the post of, whichever post is mentioned in the question. You are going to state that. And you have to remember that you will underline the subject line. When you underline the subject line, you are automatically drawing the attention of the reader towards it. Alright? This will be followed by salutation. What is salutation? Dear sir or madam, or sir or madam, respected sir or madam, whichever you want to go for. Now CBSE also says that salutation and subject are interchangeable. You can use it any way you like. You can use salutation before and write the subject later, or vice versa. After writing the salutation, you will leave a line here and start with the body of the cover letter. I'm going to talk about the body of the letter in detail, but let me complete the format first. After completing the body of the letter, you will give a complimentary close to this letter. What will you write in the complimentary close section? You will write yours truly / yours sincerely. That means you can go for either of them. You do not have to write yours faithfully. I have talked about it in my previous videos as well, that faithfully is one word which has now become redundant. It has become obsolete. We no longer use it in writing skills. However, you will still find it being used in many of the reference books, right? So you need to keep yourself updated. Go for sincerely or truly here. After which you're going to write your name and designation. What is your designation here? You will not say that you are HOD this or you are chartered accountant. No, you will write applicant here. Name followed by applicant. Alright, towards the end of the cover letter, you have to remember that you have to use this term, enclosed. Okay, write enclosed, put colon and write resume plus attested testimonials. Resume plus attested testimonials. This is what you have to mention at the end of the cover letter, because you are going to attach all your credentials, all your biodata and information, certificates, etc. Obviously the photocopied ones, along with the application that you are submitting to the concerned institution. So I hope the cover letter's format was clear to you. Now children, I'm going to make it super easy for you by giving you a layout of the cover letter which you can memorize and produce it as it is in the exams. You only need to change the details of the post and the requirements as per the question in the paper, right? So let's take a look. You can go with it as it is. You can start off by saying, in response to your advertisement in the newspaper. Now, which newspaper is it? If it is not mentioned in the question, you can fabricate this detail. You can say, in response to your advertisement in the Times of India, or in the Hindustan Times, or in the Hindu, howsoever you want to go about it. In response to your advertisement in the, you will write the newspaper's name here, dated this. Dated means you're going to mention the date on which this advertisement was seen by you in the newspaper. It's not like the advertisement was posted in the newspaper. So suppose it came on 23rd of February, so you're going to mention that day itself, right? Dated this for the post of this, then you're going to mention the post. I would like to offer my candidature for the same. So you seem to be an appropriate candidate, you find yourself a suitable candidate for this position, so you're going to offer your candidature against this particular post which was published in the newspaper or which was advertised about in the newspaper on a certain date. After this, I've drawn an arrow. Again, I'm telling you, wherever you see an arrow, it indicates that you have to leave a line. It's extremely important to bifurcate your content. It's extremely important to organize your ideas in order to make it sound, in order to make it seem more structured, and to get full 1 mark in organization of ideas. Alright, so work on structuring the content well. Leave a line and start from the left margin. Do paragraph blockings. Second paragraph. What will you write in the second paragraph? So you will talk about your experience and your qualification. So in the first paragraph, you've just offered your candidature to the person for against a said post. And in the second paragraph, you're going to talk about your experience as a person, your qualifications, and why would you want to change this position, or why would you want to change this job and apply for this particular company or organization. So you will write, I possess requisite qualification and experience. Now you can be more prominent here, you can be clear here, you can elaborate on it and write that I possess, a valuable experience of a decade. I have been working. You can mention your company's name here if you want to make it sound more, compelling. Then you can mention the company's name here. You can say that I've worked for over a decade. And why would you want to change? I want to join your company, or I want to join your organization to further my professional growth. So you have to mention a very, very logical reason. You cannot say that you were not being paid well, or you will not mention any other thing. Just go straight away by saying that you want to further your professional growth, or you feel that this company is going to make your career shine brighter as compared to the company you were working with. This is it in the second paragraph, not more than 2 to 3 lines. You will again leave a line and switch to the last paragraph. This is the concluding paragraph of the cover letter. What will you write in this? I am available for an interview with your esteemed company or with your esteemed organization on any day of your convenience. Okay, so you have to leave it open to the other person to call you at any point of time. I shall be able to take up my duties at 1 month's notice if appointed. So if I'm appointed, I'm going to be available to you only after I supply 1 month's notice to my present organization. You have to mention it categorically. And towards the end, I'm enclosing my resume for your kind perusal and consideration. So when you're going to end it up by this, you are telling that person that you can believe in what I am offering. It's not a fake application, or it's not something that I am that is not authenticated. You can believe in the veracity of this application, and I'm enclosing it, and this is how it sounds. The tone sounds more formal. Alright, moving on to the resume part. There are certain points that you need to remember to include in the resume part. So this question is for 5 marks, 3 marks for the cover letter, 2 marks for resume. How will you go about it? I'll tell you. First thing, name. Complete name has to be mentioned, and you have to write resume at the top. So cover letter is the first page. Flip the page, write resume or biodata at the top of the second page. First point is your name, then your father's name, then date of birth. After that, nationality. After which you are going to write educational qualification. How will you write the educational qualification? You can draw a table here, and you can write serial number followed by your you must have filled it for your university or college admissions already, or you would have appeared for some test in which you would have had to fill all these details also. So you can use the same format as it is. Serial number followed by the courses that you have taken or the schools that you have attended, followed by the year of passing, percentage, division, and year in which you had done it. That's it. So educational qualification in a box, followed in a table, followed by experience. If you are a fresher, then you can write fresher over here. You need not write anything else. Then salary drawn or expected. Again, in case of freshers, you can meander with the details. After which you will write references. That means who are the people who can vouch for your work. So you can just fabricate details over here. You can write Mr. So and so. That person needs to be from the same profession or from the same stream as you are. So if you are applying for a teaching profession, you need to give reference of a person who is into teaching. After which you're going to write contact details followed by your address for correspondence. That means how will they connect back to you. And remember, all these things need not be in a box. You can write it in a sequence without putting them in a box. Alright, so this is about job application. Now let's talk about the marks distribution. We already know that the marks distribution, or you can say these indicators, need to be there for you to be able to get full marks. How will you categorize the marks now? 1 mark for format. So if all these things are fine, if they are going in tandem, you're going to get full credit. 1 mark is going to be given to you. For content part, that means they will focus on this content. What are you writing in the body of the letter? That forms the content. And what are you supplying in the resume? For this particular thing, you're going to get 2 marks, followed by organization of ideas. Again, have you put this information in order or not, or have you haphazardly put everything? Right? You have to organize this content. So in first paragraph this, second paragraph this has to be written, third paragraph this has to be written. Go with this, right? So this is how you're going to get 1 mark for organizing your ideas. And the fourth one is accuracy. There should be no grammatical error, no glaring, you can say, spelling mistake, or it should not seem unstructured, right? So if you have learned all these lines and if you're just going to change the details there is no scope for you to get lesser marks, right? Now people generally ask me whether they should go for letter to editor or they should go for job application. I suggest that you should go for something that's slightly lengthy, but that is going to ensure you full marks. What happens in letter to editor is that people are not sure about the fact that they should, what should they write in the body of the letter, right? They do not know what ideas should they present there. So they should go for such students who are not into reading too much. They should opt for job application, because you don't have to use too much of your brains here. You just have to produce the lines as it is, and you can guarantee good marks for yourself. However, you need to be a little swift in writing to be able to get whatever you desire, right? So if you want to go for full marks, I suggest you go for something that's slightly tricky and slightly smarter to gain more marks at. So go with job application, and that's going to give you, most likely it should give you 4.5 to 5 marks if you're going as I have told you. So thank you so much. Let's meet in the next revision video.